A very good morning to all of you. Today you will study about the difference of growing up boys and girls. With the help of some examples given in this chapter, let us see what is given here. The first question that comes to everyone's mind upon hearing the birth of a newborn in the family is whether it is a boy or a girl. Instead of inquiring about the child's health, we wish to know the gender of the newborn in the first instance. A child's upbringing depends much on whether it is a boy or a girl. Society tells us what the boys and girls can do and cannot do. This practice is not restricted to our society only. Most societies more or less follow similar patterns of behavior. Some scholars are of the view that the behavioral patterns of boys and girls are different because they are determined by their respective societies and the values they teach. Different attitudes and behavior patterns of boys and girls are influenced by schools, religion, caste, family, and the society as a whole. The discrimination between the gender creates inequalities between boys and girls in their work fields and day-to-day life. The main factors that give birth to the discrimination between boys and girls are schools, family, society as a whole, workplace, and dress code. It is believed universally that a girl child would one day get married and live with her in-laws. So parents in poor households do not encourage girls to go to school as it would be a definite waste of time and money. Instead, a girl is taught lessons in home management, cooking, and in general looking after the household, house and the family. Let us see one example given here. Growing up in Samoa in the 1920s. A group of small islands in the southern part of the Pacific Ocean are the Samoa Islands. It is a society far removed from the mainstream urban and rural societies of the world. They were the tribal society, lived isolated from the other part of the world. According to a case study in the 1920s, it was found that children did not go to school. They were taught many things at home during various stages of their life. They were supposed to take care of their younger siblings. By the time a boy was about 9 years old, he joined a group of older boys and learned fishing and planting coconuts from the older boys, whereas the girls kept on looking after the siblings and doing odd jobs at home. But after the age of 14, the girls also took up sewing, worked in plantations, and wove baskets like boys. Cooking was done by boys in special cooking houses where girls also helped with preparations. Once the girls became teenagers, they gained more freedom and worked shoulder to shoulder with the boys. The boys also learned to cook, so at various stages according to the age, even girls did what the boys did and vice versa. Means boys and girls did the same work. There was not any discrimination between boys and girls in this tribal society. Now let us see another example of Madhya Pradesh. Growing up as a male in Madhya Pradesh in the 1960s. This is an account of experience of growing up in a small town of Madhya Pradesh in the 1960s. Boys and girls used to study together till class 5. After that, they were put in separate schools, even for boys and girls. The girls' school was designed differently. It had an enclosed courtyard where the girls were allowed to play away from the watchful eyes of boys. The boys' school had no enclosed courtyard but an open space used as playground. Even the streets were used differently by the boys and girls. The boys used street to ride on bicycles and loiter around playing tricks on each other. The girls used them to walk straight home after school and that too in groups for fear of being attacked or teased. The boys watched eagerly as girls returned home. So that was the condition of society. So we find that there are different ways and environments we grow up in. It is the society that teaches us how to behave, what is right, what is wrong. Right from early childhood, boys get different toys to play with, like cars, guns, etc. Girls get to play with dolls and cooking toys. Here you can see some examples of toys, dress, games, jobs, behaviors of boys and girls. Different toys and different book for boys and girls. Different games, different jobs, different behavior, different dress. All are given here. As boys and girls grow up, they have different aims and objectives in lives. Boys wish to get a job, to establish a business. Girls generally wish to get married and have children. Most of them become housewives. Let us see what is given here. From early childhood, a boy is given an environment that teaches him to dominate later in life. A girl is subjected to an environment that teaches her to play a subservient role. In fact, she is indirectly taught to believe that she is inferior to boys. She has to be shy, docile, and placid, means timid. A boy is encouraged to taught aggressive and assertive. Assertive means speaking and doing things confidently. Aggressive means, behaving in an unpleasant way. When a girl grows up, she has a limited option of profession and career. A boy has unlimited choice of occupation and career. So these are the differences between boys and girls. But nowadays the scenario has changed. This situation is fast changing in towns and cities. Girls prefer to take up various careers and work in offices. Instead, women are working shoulder to shoulder with men in almost all fields. But still, women do not have the same status as men have in a society. So, in this part of the book or chapter, what you saw that the two examples given in this book. Through this, you came to know that Society of Samoa in 1920s was more advanced than the Madhya Pradesh Society in 1960s. In Somaya, boys and girls were treated equally, while in Indian society there was great discrimination between them. So that's all for today. In the next class, we will continue this chapter. Thank you. Have a good day.